Nutter butter. Just what is a nutter butter? Two sweet yet savory peanut butter shaped cookies with peanut butter smashed in between. When I was younger, I absolutely loved Nutter Butters. We didn't get them very often, but when we did, it was like Christmas morning, opening up the pack for the first time and eating 5 to 10, maybe even 20 at a time, which is probably why I was overweight. Yeah. We usually bought Oreos or some sort of chocolate chip cookie, not the soft kind. If you prefer soft chocolate chip cookies, I'm afraid you're gonna have to go over to the loony bin and get interrogated for 7 hours until you admit that you are fucking crazy. These are pretty good. Ever since I came into my late 20s, I've decided to hang up my love for sweets. I tend to have a problem when I indulge in the devil's lettuce. I usually end up housing a pizza by myself, waking up needing Tums and a whole day to recover. So if I want to live long enough to have kids, I don't really buy these things anymore. A few nights ago, I was indulging in one of my doom scroll sessions at night where I contemplate my existence and try to figure out why I'm single and 30. I happened to scroll across the video describing Nutter Butter's recent post as an acid trip. So curiosity behooved me and I decided to do some investigating myself. How bad could it be? Well, buckle up.
The truth may indeed shock you.
But first, some backstory. According to Wikipedia, Nutter Butter was released in the year of 1969. The distinctive peanut design was thought to have been created by William A. Turner. Yet somehow Nabisco is adamant that there really is no way to know who exactly was the first person to design these little cookies. How is that even remotely possible? I feel like Nabisco's hiding information from us and I will be damned if I'm told otherwise. Or maybe I'm just a lunatic and I should probably take my meds. Yeah, that's probably it. Shortly after Nutter Butters were invented, there were a number of advertisements that played in the 1970s, akin to classic animated films from the time. Nabisco's advertising department thought, and probably rightly so, that playing to a childlike audience would do numbers. And boy, did it.
Have another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie?
How can I have another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie when I haven't had any yet? May I have another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie, please?
Have another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie.
Yeah, you're probably picking up what I'm putting down. These days, these advertisements come off sort of off-putting. On a side note, why did advertisements in the 50s, 60s, and 70s always seem to repeat an oddly specific line about the products that they were selling? In this ad alone, I counted them 4 times saying the exact same thing over and over again.
Another Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie.
I don't know why, but when I say it like that, I'm reminded of these guys. We need to get these guys involved in Nutter Butter. I feel like they would do numbers. Also, when I talk about Nutter Butter so much, it makes me want to get a whole jar of peanut butter, lather it up on my body, turn to the camera that my mom is holding and say, ah. Another thing that I kind of find odd is how the Wikipedia page for Nutter Butters is super barren and lacks a lot of descriptive information. It's almost like Big Nabisco is trying to tighten up their lips about some important information that us peons can never know about. And then on the other end, you have Oreo Cookie. Look at their Wikipedia page. Why is it so huge? I don't know how it's possible to have one sandwich cookie have so much information about it and another that's sold right next to it have less. I'm not a big Oreo person these days, but if I have an Oreo, I'm probably gonna get the thins or I'm just gonna get the vanilla kind because they're better. While Oreo has had countless advertisements, endorsements, and different variations of their cookies, Nutter Butter has remained kind of silent, unchanged. How is this possible? Well,
I'm glad you asked.
Because they're fucking delicious. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines surrealism as the principles, ideals, or practice of producing fantastic or incongruous imagery or effects in art, literature, film, or theater by means of unnatural or irrational juxtapositions and combinations. The origin of the term surrealism dates back to the year 1917, originally coined by the poet Guillaume Apollinaire. I said that like an American. Surrealism didn't really start making haste until World War I and World War II, with the movement really starting to dissolve during World War II in the 1930s and 1940s. Surrealism has been very popular in my life since I was a child. I can for some reason remember the exact moment I laid my eyes upon Salvador Dali's The Persistence of Memory. Nabisco's advertising department decided after a 50-year hiatus that they would pick up right where they left off, freaking us the f*** out. It seems like they're back and back with a vengeance. I really don't know if you can call this a vengeance, but it's probably the best way to describe such an extreme and vigilant comeback. With, well,
Papa, may I have cookies?
Yes.
strong, sweetheart.
Yeah, don't worry, if you're kind of confused and off-put by that, you're not the only one. Side note, is that the same guy from the original commercials back in the 1970s? I knew that guy looked familiar. Though I know this is a callback to a more innocent time in Nabisco and Nutter Butter's history, having the contrast of the old advertisements placed up against these new ones makes the old ones even more unsettling for some reason. Yeah, apparently this unsettling peanut butter obsessed freak has the name of Aiden. Next up is a video that I lost sleep over. Enjoy. Yeah. Also, here's this, a real look at Aiden when he arrived. Oh, and you can't forget to pay homage to the classics.
Here's the Nutter Butter Peanut Butter Sandwich Cookie riddle. Here, Nutter Butter Man. Peanut Butter Sandwich Cookie.
Yeah, it sure makes you want to eat cookies, doesn't it? To add to the Aiden lore, they had claimed over the summer that their account had been hacked by this creature named Aiden, and he was the one that was actually posting all the videos, and that they had an announcement on 8/22. Yeah, I guess somehow they ended up banishing him to the Shadow Realm to never be seen again, but somehow he ended up coming back and haunting all of us again.
Butterfly, wait. Butterfly.
For the last video that I had to show you guys, this is one that they posted just yesterday on their Instagram.
My God, is it a work of art?
So, what's next for Nutter Butter and Nabisco? Somehow I'm walking away from this video with more questions than answers. Who really invented the first Nutter Butter cookie? Was it Aiden? Was it really William Turner? Only time will tell, and I hope that we get our answers shortly. For now, I hope that you get to indulge in some Nutter Butter cookies.
Another Nutter Butter peanut butter. Another Nutter Butter peanut butter. Another Nutter Butter peanut butter.